Hello. Okay. I wanted to share a video um, about what I've learned so far in Seesaw and um, talk about the purpose of it a little bit for you guys. So the screen you see right now is me logged in as a student. So I made a student account for myself so that I could see what you guys see. Um, The journal area is where all of your child's completed work should go. So let's say they do an activity. So I go to activities. Um, Today in writing, they could work on their OWL paragraph. Um, so the directions for the OWL paragraph is in red. I want to highlight the topic sentence. In yellow, I want to highlight supporting details. In blue, I want to highlight the concluding sentence. So the goal is to have your students noticing what those are. So I'm going to go to red and I'm going to highlight. I know the topic sentence is the sentence that tells me what we're learning about or what the paragraph's about. So I highlight that. Let's say your student finishes the rest of it, then they're going to go up here to the check mark and it's going to automatically upload to their journal. And then it says waiting for teacher approval. So I will go in as the teacher and I will check the work that they did. I might send it back. I'll comment, whatever that looks like. Let's say that you're doing, for example, in math today, my goal was to have you guys making clocks at home to help you guys start telling time and things like that. Even if you're doing work at home, the end goal is that you're uploading all of this stuff to SeeSaw. And I know that's a change from the communication we had sent out about Google Classroom. But they want us to be aligned K2, and SeeSaw does really seem like an app that's going to help your kids be more independent, which is what we want. I want to be able to give your student work that they can do on their own and turn into me by themselves. So as we get more used to it, that's the goal. So even if they do paper and pencil, so let's see, they made their clock at home. I want to go I'll go back for a minute. I want to go to add. I'm in my journal. I want to go to add. And then I can upload it several ways. Maybe it's a video or a file. Maybe you have the ability to scan documents. Mostly, though, I imagine you're going to be taking a photo. So I'm using my computer, but if I was using my app or my phone, I could maybe show, like, here's the clock I made for the day, and then take my picture. Great. And then your student has the ability to say, to type or write on there, hey, Mrs. Carlin, check out my clock. Yay, something like that. And then they can turn it in. Now it's going to prompt you to select a folder. This is just for organization's sake. So clockwork is math, so we're going to keep it under the math and then put it on there. So even though making a clock wasn't something that I put out on SeeSaw, you can still take a picture of it, upload it onto SeeSaw, and then that way I can go into your student's journal and I can see, like, oh, great, they did this work, and then as we get deeper into this remote learning thing, I'll need to start taking grades and I'll need to start doing things like that. And having it all on SeeSaw will be very helpful for me because I can get it all in one place. So hopefully that helps a little bit on your remote learning journey. If you're having trouble accessing SeeSaw, my next office hours start at 1:00, but I also know that I have some families who are still working. Shoot me a text or a dojo and we can set up an office hour when you get home from work. I'm willing to help any which way I can. And if I can't answer your questions, I've just been writing them down and then seeking a more qualified person. But I imagine I'll be really good at this by the end of these 2 weeks. So anyway,